Former President Trump, he has a bone to pick now with former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. Now, what is it that Bibi did to anger the most self-centered man in the entire world? Well, he congratulated President Biden on beating Donald Trump in the 2020 presidential election. Now, Trump went into this, he exposed all of this to writer Barack Ravid as he wrote his book. So he interviewed him, and then Ravid went on Axios to detail some of the things that Trump told him. So let's go straight into that piece that he wrote. This is from Donald Trump. I liked Bibi. I still like Bibi. This is from him as well. I also like loyalty. The first person to congratulate Biden was Bibi. And not only did he congratulate him, he did it on tape, is what Trump told me. He referred to, of course, Netanyahu, and he used his nickname. Trump claimed that he was shocked when his wife Melania shared Netanyahu's video with him. He was very early, like earlier than most. I haven't spoken to him since. F him. Pretty cut and dry. Now, continue on. For Bibi Netanyahu, before the ink was even dry, to do a message, and not only do a message, but to do a tape to Joe Biden talking about their great friendship. They didn't even have a friendship, because if they did, the Obama administration wouldn't have done the Iran deal, is what Trump said. And guess what? Now they're going to do it again. There's much more to this, but right away, just the first things that stick out to me are he's worried about whether or not someone is loyal to him enough. So Benjamin Netanyahu has to be loyal to him to a degree that he can't acknowledge the reality of the situation, which actually leads us to why so many people are not acknowledging the reality of the 2020 election, because Donald Trump will get mad at them and say, "You're not my friend anymore." And for some reason, that scares a lot of people. We're gonna find out really fast what Benjamin Netanyahu did from this fear. So he did respond in a statement as well. I highly appreciate President Trump's big contribution to Israel and its security. I also appreciate the importance of the strong alliance between Israel and the US. And therefore, it was important for me to congratulate the incoming president, is what he said in response to being told, F him. So I guess, we'll start with you, Ida. Should this guy be listened to? And honestly, I feel like Netanyahu probably had more to say, but he does realize exactly how bad this will look if he continues to have this kind of beef out in public, internationally, as a matter of fact.
Well, I mean, that's pretty on brand for Donald Trump, I would say. He definitely maintains his marketing plan as he always has. I think that when does it end is what I want to know. Like, what our loyalty to the United States and its citizens. People are struggling right now. All these people have died as a result of COVID. So people are broke, crime is up, and we are having conversations about who pissed Donald Trump off this week. It's egregious. And I think that's a presidential thing to do. That is the professional thing to do, is to congratulate the person who just became the president of the United States. I don't even think it was about Donald Trump. It's just what you're supposed to do. So I mean, I can't believe that. I can't believe we're still talking about Donald Trump. I want to get a shirt that says, "I can't believe we're still talking about Donald Trump."
Well, I'm gonna make that go live on my merch store as soon as possible. I will cut you in, Ida. It's unbelievable, the reality that we are living in. And it just again proves, not that we needed more proof, just the unreal narcissism of this man. He says that he betrays his own loyalties and his own disloyalties to the job he was supposed to be doing every time he speaks. To literally say he didn't have any kind of friendship with Biden. If he did, Biden would have never done the Iran deal. First of all, Biden didn't do the Iran deal, Obama did. Secondly, if you're any sort of leader with any care for the job beyond your own personal grievances, you don't do something based on your friendships. You maybe text Netanyahu after and be like, "Sorry, had to do the Iran deal on account of what we think is best for the world." And that Trump not only doesn't get that, but also doesn't get that that's not what you're supposed to say publicly, even if that's what you believe. He just realizes he can burn the world down and everybody will continue loving him, and his same people will. The truest statement he's ever made is that he could shoot someone dead on Fifth Avenue and nobody would complain. And in fact, he put it to the test, and instead he killed hundreds of thousands of us and nobody He didn't lose any followers. It's unreal. He got more followers by saying, "Isn't it great how tough we are by killing people and not taking measures? If you die from COVID, you're weak and you're a liberal snowflake." I mean, then people believe it and eat it up like it's breakfast. It's a maddening place we're in.
I may even expect his followers to be the type of people who be like, eat that up. But what continues to trip me out is the people that have some level of power, the people that do hold office, some people that can have influence in our political stage, and also in the Republican Party that just kind of continue to fold and fold every time this guy tells them what to do. We just talked about Lindsey Graham the other day, who ran to the committee and told everyone, hey, you guys, calm down with this whole raising the debt limit. You guys know if we charge up this hill, Donald Trump is gonna be shooting us in the back. Again, this becomes public, and then no one is ashamed. No one says maybe we should reverse course. No one says maybe we should think twice about the way that this direction of this party is going, because I don't know, maybe it's not a problem, because I was gonna say maybe we keep losing, but we're gonna find out in the midterms whether or not that happens, and again in 2024. Really fast, yeah, go ahead, go.
Well, I just want to say that's exactly what happens when you sell the soul of a party. You know, my grandfather, my hero, was a Republican. The last time the Republican Party, this man right there, I don't know if you can't see him, but the last time the Republican Party actually stood for things, and it was a fair argument whether you want big government or small, or big taxes or small. But when you sell your soul and all you're going after is power at all costs, at using the vast majority of the populace to give you more money, more gold for your coffers, and that's your only guiding principle, then yes, you go and say, we should shut down the government maybe actually, guys, and not raise the debt limit, because Trump's gonna be upset, not even the current president, just the guy who we've ceded the control to, the narrative to, the power to. Instead of realizing the guy's not even in office anymore, you could reclaim some degree of backbone, and they're all like, yeah, but probably in case 2024 and power, we might lose it. It's sad, it's disgusting, and I expect no less from a charming man like Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, the sad thing is he understands how many politicians are only attached to power, and he can wield it around.
I want to say one thing, because I really want us to stop positioning these people as Donald Trump's victims. And sometimes we just got to chalk it up to some of these people are just damn evil and just trash. And because you know what? Everybody can't be a coward and everybody can't be afraid of Donald Trump. And some of these people are just complicit in the evil because they benefit so greatly from it financially. And they're not touched by the ills of society that most people, the average American, has to deal with. So they don't care about us. So, I mean, I get it. I think he's a bully, and I think that he does dirty business, but I really want us to stop, to get out of the practice of giving these people a pass and saying that Donald Trump is bullying them and they're behaving in this horrific manner because they are afraid that there are gonna be consequences. And let's just own up to the reality that some of these people are just garbage.
Well, if I was unclear, just to clarify, I'm not giving them a pass for being bullied. Yeah, I'm saying these guys are evil, soulless, bankrupt people. They just have a henchman that's kind of calling the shot for them. Doesn't make them any better. The Nazis that shot people in the back in front of pits were also taking orders, but they should also be killed for it. So I ain't taking it easy on anybody.
Not you. I wasn't talking about you. I'm just saying every time we hear this conversation about Trump and his flunkies, it's always like everybody's scared of Trump and he bullies people. Some of the people are just garbage. They're just okay not caring about their constituents. They only care about lining their pockets, and they are in line, like you say, they want power, they're greedy for power, they're hungry for power, and they've compromised their principles and their party, and they've traded integrity and principles and the best interest of America for power.
No. Bullying is a real issue that we need to be concerned about with children, with teens, with people in their 20s, maybe with people who are suffering from mental health issues, who are vulnerable. You don't need to be concerned or compassionate about people who are being bullied when they are in the halls of power and they're saying, I can help fix the country, I can help come to your defense, and are instead letting the bullying make them richer and hurt the lives and sometimes kill the lives of millions and millions of people. That's where my compassion for bullying stops, and I say, grow a pair. of whatever you need to grow.
Well, this is the situation now, because this was probably something Donald Trump should have seen coming when it comes to Netanyahu, and now it's F him because he congratulated Joe Biden, which is the most basic thing in the world, like you were saying, Ida. But back in October, right before the 2020 election, if you guys remember, he was trying to get Netanyahu on board with him to do a little bit of verbal public bullying at Biden's expense, so that he'd make sure that he has a little bit more of a lean on him when he was trying to win re-election. So there was an awkward interaction with him and Netanyahu where Netanyahu was not really buying the whole thing. So really fast, another part of this, when Trump held an on-camera call with Netanyahu, this was 10 days before the election. And it was to mark the normalization agreement that he had between Israel and Sudan. And Trump asked Netanyahu whether, quote, Sleepy Joe could have had such a deal. And I want you guys to watch this interaction, watch Donald Trump, and see how Netanyahu didn't give him the energy he wanted, and it just kind of fell apart from there. Let's listen.
Do you think Sleepy Joe could have made this deal, baby? Sleepy Joe. I think, do you think he would have made this deal somehow? I don't think so.
Well, Mr. President, one thing I can tell you is we appreciate the help for peace from anyone in America, and we appreciate what you've done enormously.
Yeah, that he was so upset. Now, by the way, I want to highlight it for you guys. So, one more time, I just want to show you guys what just happened. Well, let's play this next video.
Sleepy Joe. I think, do you think he would have made this deal somehow? I don't think so.
Well, Mr. President, one thing I can tell you.
Donald Trump's face, he goes, are you guys ready to hear this? This is gonna be awesome. He's gonna lay into Biden, and then I'm gonna win this election, watch. One more time, let's hear that last part, because this is the best.
We appreciate the help for peace from anyone in America, and we appreciate what you've done enormously.
Yeah.
Pay attention to if they actually had self-awareness. Netanyahu was not playing the game. He was still being a politician who was like, hey, we're allies with America. Let's not burn any bridges with the next guy that's about to come in. He didn't even know if Biden would win, but he didn't know whether or not it would happen. But what you don't want to do is find yourself on the wrong side with your friends. It's embarrassing.
And Trump just doesn't realize, he clearly doesn't even realize the stakes of being president, of being a world leader, of being the prime minister of Israel. He doesn't realize the stakes. He literally is upset that after he leaves office, that the country of Israel, I'm half Israeli, okay? I know a thing or two about this, that the country of Israel that is so dependent in its security on the United States of America, he expects him to blow up the relationship with the US just because Trump lost the election, and to not continue a relationship with the country that gives them much needed funding for their security. I mean, that is wild. It's just the fact that anybody takes him seriously at this point, it's an IQ test. And you fail. You fail the IQ. They don't even pass fail on those tests, and you fail.
Yeah, it's no consideration at all for the people of Israel. No consideration at all for the trauma that country has experienced and the people of his country, and how everything that is riding on being safe. And the reality of it is the children are watching. The children are watching. Listen to the words that are coming out of this man's mouth. We talk about the people who support him, and right there and then, a lot of those people are lacking a quality education. They're getting their information, through clicking on websites. It's a big problem in this country. Idiocracy was a movie that was made 20 years ago. We're living it right now. And it's a scary place to be here, that we are still having conversations about this man while we're still trying to figure out what we're gonna do about a pandemic. Yeah. And it's downright ridiculous.
And also the people who say that, in some ways the orange monster was a blessing because he just unearthed all of the racism that was there so we can confront it. It's so ignorant to say that, because yes, he did do that, but he also made it okay again for, like you said, Ida, the younger people, the next generation to start saying that. So yeah, of course there were tons of racists still in this country and tons of people that don't respect all humans equally, but their children saw their parents saying that kind of thing and then saw, but when you go to school and say it, some of your friends don't allow it and some teachers don't allow it, and the president never speaks that way, and it was starting to be phased out of acceptable society. And Trump made it again where they can all be like, I guess there is no daylight between what my pappy says and what the president says. So let's let the racism fly. Let's let the rampant holding of guns on Christmas cards fly. Let's just be as backwards and Wild West as we can, because there's no consequences. It's such a massive harm to the nation and to the world. It's a real shame.
And they're more comfortable that way.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.